What's going on, papers? Aliens, beings, critters, microbes, whatever the hell you are. Welcome to the Biochar Burn. We're making biochar. I wonder, how is this kiln making biochar? How is it happening? What are you doing? Well, it's pretty simple, ladies and gentlemen. It's just a burning with wood. I'm gonna put this down because I gotta feed this kiln, y'all. Give me a second. Put it in my tripod, which is just a piece of wood. Do I have straps?
Yeah. Hey, shut up.
Fair.
Good boy. Good boy. Do you have straps?
Huh?
No. Well, I was gonna say, I think I have a couple extra. Hey, Bear, stay away from there.
Stay away.
Come on.
Look.
Sit.
Listen to your master.
Sit.
Nah, I don't need straps. What do you need straps for?
Well, I was gonna say if you have some straps, and I think I might have a couple extras you can borrow if you bring them back. You can just go ahead and take that kayak today. Just pay me.
Your dad's pretty adamant about it, huh?
Not just that, but I had to get out now. I had to get that one moved to get to the blue one.
Yeah.
And so I said, well, fuck, if it's already down, you know.
I'm not sure we can burn these leaves. I don't know. I mean, we might smother on fire.
That's fine. Leaves, I'm not as worried about.
Yeah, who cares about them, right? I don't care about them.
Yeah,
They're better
bro,
serve as like making a mold than for a mulch, honestly, than to burn them. Woo! Did you see that big smoke plume that came up when I was burning? We need to make more biochar. Yes, we do. Speaking of, here, let me get my camera. There we go. No, I don't want to end my streaming. So I just threw a bunch of leaves in there. We're pretty much almost done here. We burned a lot of the stuff that we had. I'm gonna have leaves. I don't like to burn leaves. I like to make those into, what do you call that? The leaf molds. Leaf molds are great. And that's why I don't really want to burn this stuff, because I just pour my juices all up on here and I get a really quick mold to develop because there's a lot of microbes on the leaves that I don't like to burn, but we're burning. So what's going on, Indica Dogo? Shout out. Boom. I love making biochar. It makes me feel amazing. Like, I feel purified, right? Nothing like being near the fire, especially it's getting really chilly. I mean, it dropped down to like 30, 25 degrees yesterday here. And I was like, oh, California's so warm. No, not here. Not in this part of California. But look at it go. We're doing it. I guess I'll stay live enough. I think I have enough battery, guys, to show you the quench. The quench is always something I always miss out because usually my battery dies before I get the time to show y'all. But we're making char here. We still got a lot of flame. We still got a lot of volatiles burning off here. What I really should do is grab like a humongous shovel and start bringing a lot of the stuff up to the top, because we've been burning a lot of leaves, and I think the leaves have been smothering our embers. So I'm a bit concerned. Well, this is a really good way to reduce your wood. Instead of making ash, there is ash in there, don't get me wrong, but a lot of it is carbon. And then when we go to quench this biochar, it creates potassium hydroxide, and that actually activates our biochar. Because people have told me, this isn't the good stuff, this isn't activated carbon. I'm like, yo, okay, what do they use to activate carbon? Sodium hydroxide and potassium hydroxide. I'm like, okay, what is wood ash when you add water to it? Potassium hydroxide. I'm like, yeah, bro, like, we're activating our charcoal when we quench. So this is really good practice. I love making this stuff. Just getting close to the flame. Usually we have a heat shield here, but we actually lost our angle irons for this kiln. after we did a seminar in Paradise. Yo, we're live, bro. Live on my channel.
Sweet.
So, and there's no rules. You can be as
Well, I'm at my
as
house.
you are.
There is no rules.
There is no rules.
Only because I'm at my house. I'm not drinking a beer while I'm doing this.
You can drink beer all you want.
I don't recommend that if you're out in the field, especially when you don't have the heat shield. But I have water and I have beer.
Yep, we have
And I'm at
water
my
and
house,
beer.
So I have all the medical equipment I need. I have hydration stuff.
Someone just asked, do you quench with biologically active EM water? I go, I have. I don't have it on me, but we do that. Yes, we do.
This burn isn't necessarily for the farming purpose. It's more for just fuels reduction, number one, and number two, we're also just going to put it right back into the soil.
Right back into the soil.
It's not for gardening or farming or anything like that. It's just going to go right back into the soil, allow for the water the permeation of rainwater into the soil.
Yep.
We do have, where we're standing right now on a really wet year, the headwaters of Dry Creek does come up right through here. So there's an aquifer probably 10 feet below my feet right now.
So we're assisting our aquifer
So
replenishing.
we're just going to put the biochar on the soil and allow rainwater to permeate down into this really thick, impermeable red clay.
Super thick red clay. Biochar loves red clay. They're best friends. Now you see we're getting a lot of ash here because a lot of those leaves we threw in here are just gone. But yes, indica, yes, we do use EM liquids to quench. Just not today. See, we're kind of losing a lot of our char, man. I don't know. I think we should quench soon, but we still got a high volume of flame volatiles being shot out of this wood, so we got to take our time. I should get a shovel, and I should be pushing this stuff around. But, you know, you can't always be perfect. I'm not getting paid to do this, so it's more volunteer work because I love my friends, so I want to help my buddies out. Because we're on a coalition, coalition. We don't exchange money. We're not here for the money. We're here to help each other out. That's what we're supposed to be doing in the world. But yeah, you'll see how the middle is here. It's like almost done. I mean, maybe I should quench the corner here, especially over here. Like this is pretty much done. We still got a few things in the bottom there. You can see like how there's flames coming out, that there is some uncompleted wood.
Man, I wish I
Dude, it's
had
cool,
a new
man.
battery for that heat gun. That way you could show exactly how
Hot
that
it is. Oh, man, it doesn't work?
It needs a new battery.
Let's check it out.
Yeah, I think that's what that glitch was earlier. It just needs a new battery.
Oh, nice. I lost all the viewers. There's no more viewers now.
Oh yeah, that thing's dead.
It's dead as shit.
Yep, that's what it was.
People are like, oh my God, they're swearing and they're talking about biochar and drinking beer. Oh, I can't handle it. I'm just going to keep this rolling though. Okay, same one for the moisture meters. Yeah, for the testing the moisture of the wood.
Yeah.
Usually they're all the same batteries too.
I don't think I have any 9-volt, so I can't really go and exchange that out. But the screwdriver for the battery is in here. So to change the battery, there's a little screw right down in here. You don't even have to take it out all the way. You just loosen it up, pop this off, and the screwdriver's in this little kit.
Screwdriver. Nice dump trailer, Preston.
Pouch right here. That's where it's at.
We have a temperature meter, but the battery's dead. Thermometer. Laser, right?
Yeah.
Laser thermometer. Well, I appreciate our viewers for joining us making some biochar. We're getting close. We're getting a lot of ash, but whatever. This is more about reduction here and just assisting because most people
Not
just
only that, we
burn
also
to
have
ash.
a lot of leaves.
Yeah, there's a shit ton of leaves that we added here. You'll see, like, here's some of the piles. This is about, I'd say, like an eighth of what was left.
Not even.
Not even.
Like a 10.
Preston says not even. There's actually a shit ton of wood and leaves here, but
Most of the wood that's left is actually going to be my firewood for the year, so no need to reduce this anymore.
And we didn't add the heat shield. We just kind of threw this up. We're just like, let's get it done. Let's at least make a little bit of biochar while we're reducing the wood that was here. Doing something that most people aren't aware of, which is great. You know, we're doing it right near the road so people can rubberneck and be like, what is this kiln thing? What are they doing? Yeah, we've had a bunch of rubberneckers. Some people hollering and hooting.
He does the fire prevention, the fuels reduction. He rubbernecks as well.
Who did?
Chris Rainey.
Oh, Chris Rainey.
Yeah.
Paradise. Here in Paradise.
Paradise fired.
You guys heard of Paradise, right? You know on the news what happened in this place back in 2000. It was 2018, right?
Yep. 5 years ago.
5 years ago.
As of like 3 weeks ago. It was November 8th, 2018.
2018. So now a lot of people here are more aware about fire. A lot of people are very afraid of fire around here. Some post-traumatic stress issues, which I totally understand. So this is why we burn like this. This is why a lot of people are into making biochar. Because not only like this, we're surrounding our fire in a steel circle. How much safer can you get?
A lot of people are happy with this type of fuels reduction as opposed to an open fire, just because of A, the smoke, and B, lack of seeing the flame. You will have that flame cap whenever this thing's really raging, but a lot of people, it's the smoke. The smoke is what gets them. They see smoke and they think we're right back in that day. And I've been there. It happens to me sometimes still.
Yeah, for sure.
But this is a much better way of getting rid of these fire fuels.
I agree. Yeah, we'll definitely gonna show the quench. It might not be till about, I'd say like 10 or 15 more minutes, right?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So if you guys want to hang on for 10 or 15 minutes, I'll keep the live stream going, and we'll get the quench. You guys can see how much biochar we've made just by literally, we're just doing a normal fuel reduction here. We're not really, it wasn't a special planned event. Preston called me this morning, like, yo, let's do some char. I got some tons of wood I got to clean up. You know, we keep this for firewood to keep us warm in the winter times. And
this event literally happened as of, I called him at like 11 o'clock this morning, and he said I can be there around 1.
Yep.
And he got here a little closer to 2, but we got this thing
closer
set
to.
Got some limbs bucked up, filled this thing up, lit it up, and here we are. It's 4 o'clock-ish.
4 o'clock.
And
yeah, it's 4:02.
4:02. There you go.
And we're about to quench this in 10 minutes.
Yep.
So if you guys want to stick around and see the quench, I'd highly recommend it, or come back. I'm sure there's other YouTube videos y'all can watch that you might want to enjoy, but you know, we're just kind of burning wood to carbon here. If you want to watch the final product, it'll be here in about 10 minutes. How exciting. Too bad I don't have indica though. Is like, yay, we need some of those EM water. Yes, we have them. I have them, but they're far away. We weren't planning on doing that. We're just creating a reduction here. And the microbes, you know, I produce them. They're expensive if you don't make them. You know, they charge about, for EM liquid, I think a gallon of that, you can end up spending about $120 for a gallon of microbes. So I would say to quench a coal bed like this, you'd need at least 50 gallons of water. Someone says, all right, we're at Prismatic Farm. I have 14 acres and I have several large down trees I would like to make into biochar. I have dug a pit to do this. Just need time to process the trees. Well, it's great. So we're going to do a terra preta style burn. Just make sure that there are no roots. I don't know what state you're in, but in California, they do not approve of us burning in the ground, in the circles, or in the earth when we do the terra preta. They do not approve of it because they're nervous about roots and underground fires.
So yeah, if you have a root system right there where you're burning in a pit, just be wary if there are any roots, because roots can burn underground for years. It will smolder underground for years. So if you have roots exposed in your little pit, just be wary of that.
But go for it. I'm not going to stop you. Yeah.
Pit burns.
Sweet.
I'm all about it.
I love terra preta.
They work great. You can make some great biochar. You can just be wary. You have a water source nearby. I'm curious to the size of the trees you're trying to.
He's in Tennessee, so yeah, he's good.
Oh,
yeah, Tennessee. Yeah.
I grew up in Arkansas. I know your neck of the woods.
Yep.
I've actually spent quite a bit of time in Tennessee and thought about even moving back to out to Tennessee.
Hella Polonia's there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of, yeah.
My favorite tree in the world.
But yeah, just be wary of the roots, because even in that high humidity out there in Tennessee, you can still get the root fires. So just be wary of that.
Right on, yeah.
Especially with pine trees.
Pine trees, I guess, because of
Pines,
the,
firs,
and that's
cedars.
probably because of the oils, right?
Yeah.
The oils,
So
the fat wood,
the
yeah.
pines,
No state
spruces,
income tax, yeah.
Yeah, the pines, the spruces, the firs. I don't know if you have the firs out there. Cedars, junipers. Those have a lot of sap in there that's going to be very flammable. So those roots will be more likely to catch on fire. If you have the poplars, the oaks, you know, those aren't as likely, but they still can. So know what trees you have around you. Know what kind of roots you have in the ground. If you have an open pit burn, like a pit burn, an in-ground pit burn, just be wary of those things.
So I guess I'll explain this kiln a little bit. We're letting this kind of cook off. You'll see here why we are letting it cook off, because now there's still gases releasing. I mean, you guys saw this video like 5 minutes ago. We didn't have this coming out, so now there is some wood under there. We will have some uncooked logs, but that's all right. We don't care, because we'll just burn them again another time. So we are going to quench it. I think 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes. Countdown, everybody. 5 minutes to quench. 5 minutes to quench. You see, we got a good amount of ash. Don't judge me.
Again, there's 2 reasons for the ash.
There's 2 reasons.
2 reasons for the ash. One, we had a lot of very small material, smaller than my pinky, with some stuff bigger than my bicep. So, I mean, we got a lot of big material and a lot of small material. 2, there's a lot of leaves. A lot of leaves. A good portion of what we burned today was mostly just leaves. We're doing just fuel production around my yard. So this wasn't specifically for making biochar.
There you go. There's some of the leaves.
Fuels reduction, and biochar is just a byproduct of my fuels reduction in my front yard. For the tree right here that we had topped earlier this year, and now that this is all out of the way, we're gonna fell this tree.
Gonna fell it. Do we add insect frass to the biochar? Hell yeah, I do. That's my forte. You can watch a lot of videos about what I do with the inoculation procedure, and absolutely. Usually I ferment. If they're questioning, or the question they asked was, do you add insect frass to the biochar after? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
any type of ferment.
My man Ken here is the expert on that one.
That's me.
So,
I'm Ken.
This guy's
K
the expert on that
Organics.
one.
That's my business. But we're a part of the Biochar Coalition. This is our main. We have a nonprofit. I highly suggest you guys visit the biocharcoalition.org to get tons of information about biochar and what we do. And there's all kinds of kilns that are available all across the United States. A lot of people are getting involved. So, but you see this flame right here? I do not enjoy that. I wish that wasn't there, because that tells me, shit, we need to do better next time. We were feeding it kind of fast.
Spur of the moment. We didn't have everything.
Yeah, we didn't plan everything.
And it was mostly leaves. So
Mostly leaves.
There's some gaps in here. We didn't fill that in all the way.
Oh yeah, we didn't even fill the gaps. Yeah, we didn't.
There's oxygen getting underneath, so there's going to be a little bit of smoke. There's more ash than usual. This was just a spur of the moment. Let's just do this, get it done. It's more of a time constraint than us doing it properly, because we have to have this fire out by dusk, and we've got
there's some high restrictions here. It's so silly.
About 40 minutes left of daylight.
Yeah, you'll see the horizon.
45 minutes left of daylight. So
sorry to make you look at the sun, but you'll see.
We had to get this done before dusk, and we got a late start. We didn't start till around, I think we lit this just after 2:30. So
just about. Oh wow, Prismatic, you raised me arms too. Good for you, man. I got a lot. If you want some information about how to really pop off your biochar, there's all kinds of cool stuff you can do with the frass, and all kinds of enzymes that you can add in to make it. Oh wow, see, look guys, see how it's gone down. So we've charred that corner. I think we're ready. I think we should quench, dude.
We can quench any time, or we can let it go a little bit longer.
All right, 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes. Yep, it's 4:09. So 4:11 we're going to quench. This is Pacific Standard Time. So if you're in Tennessee, what is it? 2 hours?
Yeah, 3 hours.
3 hours.
It's going to be on Eastern time.
Eastern. Is it Eastern time?
I'm pretty sure once you cross the Tennessee line from Arkansas, that's when you cross over into Eastern time.
Hey, Prismatic, what time is it for you?
Is it 710?
Is it 710? I love interacting with the viewers. It's my favorite
no, that's
part.
awesome.
Yeah, about doing lives. That's amazing that they do mealworms too.
Yeah, dude, I wish I would get a little more involved with these lives, but I don't know. I get so focused on what needs to happen that I forget to do the lives. And I don't have a business channel either, so
Yeah.
it's just
Well, that's
my
why I'm
personal
here.
channel. So that's another reason I like you being here with these burns, even though it's a spur of the moment.
Yeah,
like
'cause
this,
I set 'em up.
We can do some lives.
All right, everybody, I'm gonna put the phone down because we're gonna quench. So you guys, what's up?
See if it'll,
Here, I'll use. Dude, this thing is.
glaring on it.
Oh yeah, the sun.
So it might fit in this little slot right here on the trailer.
Yeah, it is 710. He moved. Actually, he lived in Bakersfield. Wow.
Here, let's see.
Here, see if it works.
We're gonna try this real quick, everybody. Can you see? I can't see if you can see the.
It should be good.
That should be good. Can you?
Oh my hand's in the way.
Here, let's.
I think it's good. I think that's
So
solid,
let's. Yeah, the kiln's gonna be in it a little bit. Not all the way. I mean, not in the center of the screen, but it's still in the screen.
though. Oh well, we try.
So
It's good enough.
it's not gonna be perfect, everybody. But we just put it in the handle of my trailer. So
Yeah, sorry, I don't
try
have.
to keep the sun out of your eyes while we're doing this.
Actually, dude, it looks great. You can see everything.
You want to be on the bolt or the hose?
I mean, let's both do that.
Well, we gotta have somebody on a hose to cool it
Why don't
down.
I just put this here? Put it on the ground.
That works too.
Yeah. Sorry, everybody. There we go.
Well, we gotta have somebody cooling down the bolts while the other one. This ain't all heat shield.
Sorry, buddy. If I don't have the proper equipment yet. I have to get a tripod. I do apologize. I know it's kind of amateur hour right now, but it is what it is. And I just want to show you guys what we're up to. Ugh. All right, I'm going to put it here, Preston. I think this is the best.
I think that's kind of what I thought as well.
And then you can like kind of tilt it forward. There we go.
All right, Preston. Cool it down. For everyone watching at home, what you're going to see right now is just steam. Steam, not smoke. And I need water. Maybe I can talk now. So what you're seeing is steam, not smoke.
Cool down or?
This volume is cool.
Some incompleted logs.
That's fine. Good. I have one up at the shop. I need to go grab it. All right, we're quenching the kiln. About to open the kiln. Last bolt.
there? Or just...
No, I just put them up there on the trailer.
Ah, shit. Not coming out?
Oh, it's on the water hose.
Get out of there.
Here. Bolts.
Where do you want them?
It's on the trailer.
On the trailer.
Now we're gonna have some incomplete char. We didn't, you know, go too hard on our professionalism here. More about reduction, but we still want to make some char, which we did.
Here we go.
So, I want to say something very important.
Yeah, you want to hold it?
Yeah, so when you're working with fire, it is very important that you don't, there's two things you do not do. One, never, ever, ever wear polyester clothes. Because polyester, once it gets exposed to heat like this, it will melt to your skin. I'm sure you all know that, but I have to reiterate this every time I do a burn. The other thing is, if you plan on doing a burn, do not use fabric softener on your clothes, because it takes 20 washes to get rid of fabric softener from your clothes, and fabric softener will turn your cotton and make it have the same effect as polyester. It will make it melt to your skin. So, a lot of people don't know that. I always have to reiterate those two things whenever I'm doing a burn.
When the black shit comes out and almost, that makes you hold your breath.
Yeah.
Don't walk in front of a cloud of
That steam,
biochar
yeah,
steam.
that may be steam, but it'll still fuck up your lungs. Especially if you're like me and you have asthma.
So we started this what, 2 o'clock?
About I think it was like 2:37.
So we made this in about 2.5 hours. This much biochar. Didn't
No.
take that much time.
About an hour and 40 minutes. And we were very conservative on how much we put in. It was not a typical burn where we'd keep that flame cap high. We also didn't fill the kiln up all the way because we had dried leaves everywhere. The wind was a little bit, you know, we had probably 5 to 7 mile an hour winds, although they did say it was a burn day. So we definitely did not make it as fast as we normally would have. If it was a normal situation and we were in a little bit more of a clear area or had a better spot to set up the kiln, we could have easily done this exact same thing in 45 minutes to an hour. Easily. But we had to be a lot more conservative with the way we did it because of our current situation.
That's a residential area.
Yeah, there's a main road right there. I've got a sequoia tree right here, which sequoias don't really burn like pines. But we also have this oak stub right here that does have some leaves on it. Pine trees right there. You know, my house is right there. It was a limited situation, so it's a lot different from your typical burn. Prismatic Farms, thank you for backing me up on the polyester and fabric softener. Yes, as a welder, I'm sure you know all about that.
How many viewers we got?
Looks like 3.
Sweet. 3 people are getting the gospel of biochar. Biochar gospel. I just always feel so amped up when I make biochar. I always feel so good.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Ken over there on the Broad Fork, getting all the big chunks out. He's throwing them right over here. We still want to quench these as much as possible as well. They will smolder, that is fine.
What's today?
Today is Monday.
Okay.
Monday the 27th. Did
All right.
you get that chunk off the hose that's smoldering?
Oh shit. Sorry guys, I'll stop walking around so it's not so they don't get sick. Watch me. Let me get back here. Let's get this steadied. So you see, we made a good amount of biochar in about 2 hours. I say we
An hour and 40 minutes.
probably made about a yard. We made probably a yard of biochar right now. Or maybe half a yard, but
It was about a yard.
yeah, it was close to a yard. And you'll see why these half-cooked logs are so dangerous. They really retain their heat. And if you don't quench these out, you really got to make sure.
This is what I was saying about the roots too out there in Tennessee for, I think it was Prismatic that was asking about that. This is the same thing that will happen with your roots. This is black oak, so this is a really dense wood, hardwood, not near as flammable. And you can see how that heat is retaining in there and it's just smoldering.
You can hear the
Root
cracks.
systems will do the same thing.
Prismatic Farm asks, do you use the char for yourself or do you sell it? Well, in this situation, we're going to use it for ourselves. We have had people
Case by case basis.
express interest in purchasing the biochar, but I mean, I have sold biochar, but mostly this will be used for here to keep it on the landscape. But yeah, we do have char for sale. We do sell it, so if you're interested. But I would rather recommend you make it. You know, I mean, your area needs to create biochar just as much as we do. And I highly recommend that you make your own. But I do work with a company, Biochar now. They do sell biochar. Really, it's a good pH, got about 9 pH.
So here's a perfect example about the smoldering on the inside. Watch how hard I'm blasting this right here. That's going right in there.
Right in,
and look at that.
It's still smoldering.
Still smoldering. So that's kind of what we're talking about. You know, the dangers of the thicker pieces and maybe root systems. That's a perfect example.
Yeah, she's really burning hot on the inside. Well, this is why I usually kick them. I break them. Get that exposed. So you see what I did there? To really get these to quench out, you just kick them, and then that char base that's kind of cooked off will come off, and then you can really expose the heartwood that it hasn't burned yet. Yeah, but even after I do that, right?
Still smoldering deeper in.
And once again, prismatic.
Coming out the other side, right over there too.
I will just let you know, yes, we do sell biochar. We do have it. It's available. So you can get it on my website. I do package it and sell it, but the shipping rates are insane right now. So we've almost done. We're almost quenched out. We still have some hot spots. Still have some hot spots going on. See, look at that. There's ash. We got to spray that.
When you see this white right here, you know it's still hot.
Yep, we got to spray it. Spray the shit out of it. Because this is our footprint. We're getting down to the footprint of the burn. So usually we still got to make sure we're quenched out here.
Watch yourself.
Sorry if I'm making y'all dizzy. I don't mean to. It's just I got to work too. I got to work while I film. So
having a nice jet nozzle like this allows you to get in the car a little better too.
Yeah, we got a fireman nozzle. Those are the best.
When I get closer to the outside, I want to get that mister going because I'm trying not to tear up my clay either, you know.
Prismatic, that's a really excellent question. He goes, would using city water that is high in chlorine to quench ruin the biochar? I would say it does not ruin the biochar. It does not. But that's something you should definitely research because I am not.
I would research that because I don't have that issue out here.
Yeah, because we have really good well water. It's not well. It's Paradise is a really good. They actually have a SCOBY filtering the water here.
A lake that we actually have two of them, two reservoirs up the road here that feed into our water supply here. So we don't have city water like that. We don't have that issue.
Because that's a good question because it might make chlorine gas if you.
We have the issue of benzene after the campfire.
Benzene.
But that issue, you know, we have filters on all our water, so that issue is not really as big of a deal as it used to be. But when I first made biochar right up on top of where this hill is right here, right there, kind of the slope, that's where my old garage used to be. And we did make biochar there because my mom used to make soap and she had a bunch of caustic soda, so a bunch of lye that ended up going up in smoke there. So we put char down and kind of remediated that soil where the lye was. And we did have a benzene issue with our water at that time. So, but we never had any serious issues that came about it when we did that. So that's a very good thing I'm actually curious on that. If you research that, get back if you can. I really want to know.
I would definitely say that chlorine will definitely go into the biochar, but I know chlorine, when it's hitting this alkaline, you're gonna change the chemical composition. So you might separate the chlorine into like chloride or some type of other element. So once again, I am not a scientist, but I do know a little bit. Because I know when you use high alkaline materials, your deproteinization things, you're severing bonds. And since biochar is highly negative, there's going to be different reactions with that type of water. So you're going to have to experiment. He goes, Prismatic says, I probably will fill an IBC tote and let the chlorine off gas before using it. Hopefully one day I'll have a well drilled. Fantastic. Yeah, because you can just get it to evaporate, right? Exactly. That's
that good spring water out there.
Yeah, there's some good spring water. I know. He's gonna get the well, so then that'll be great because then you'll mineralize your biochar and actually increase. Yeah, so I highly suggest that.
You can get in the biochar, which is another reason that I like using this clay. This clay has a lot of potassium feldspar in it.
Yes, it does.
It comes from the potassium feldspar from the granite that we have in these mountains. This is all just sedimentary material here.
Yeah, you can see it's just like decomposed granite, everything.
Yeah, we have a lot of that around here. We have the perfect clay for adobe structures.
Perfect clay for biochar.
Perfect clay. Yeah, we did an experiment where we would layer the char with clay, a light layer of clay, as we would be right before we'd feed it every time. And the biochar actually came out pretty well. The char absorbed a lot of those minerals from the clay as we made it. and it actually worked pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get the full results of that experiment because it went off to testing somewhere else for somebody else. But I do know that when we actually put it to use, the char worked really well. So, I mean, you can experiment with whatever kind of soil you have, depending on what kind of soil you have.
Sandy
Maybe some
loam.
dustings or maybe some sulfur or
He
something
said he
like
has.
that.
He said he has sandy loam soil, so that's great.
Sandy loam?
Biochar and sandy loam is like the perfect.
Yeah, so a sandy loam, what you're gonna get with the biochar is this: instead of being able to permeate like this does, that'll actually slow down the water seepage into your soil.
Yep.
Which you're gonna
Retain.
want with that sandy loam.
And you'll retain a hell of
Yeah,
water.
you're gonna retain more water.
And you're gonna increase electroconductivity as well in the soil. So, but yeah, I think on here, everybody. If anybody has any more questions, if you really appreciate what you've seen today, please leave a comment, like the video. Send it to your friends and family if you just get the information out there. We're trying to get more of this. Visit the biocharcoalition.org, visit korganics.com. Yeah, just give us some support, give us some likes, spread the information, get us out there. We need more people to know about this kind of stuff. We don't just burn with kilns. We also do open burning. We do all kinds like the Terra Pretzel. I'm going to do more lives because I finally got a good
We'll
phone.
just about any kind of burn we possibly can.
Yep, when we can, where we can.
The key
So
is doing a top-down burn, not a bottom-up burn.
yeah, and that we'll definitely show off.
Also, wind is a big factor. Like we had some wind when we first started, so we got a lot more smoke than we wanted to. Also didn't fill in the gaps all the way like we normally would, so this was kind of the not really good example of
Yeah,
a
we're just
proper burn.
this is such a total like we're just let's go burn some char. I'm like, all right, Preston. I woke up today not even knowing I was gonna make biochar, which is great. Yeah, neither did Preston. He just called me. He's like, Ken, get your ass over here. We're gonna drink beer and make biochar. I'm like, all right, I'm there. So no, we had a can of beer. Big deal. Like it's just yeah, we're not alcoholics. I just whatever. Just letting y'all know that we practice moderation. So you all should too. And I'm not trying to preach anyone. You guys do whatever you do. But thanks for watching. I hope you guys make more biochar. If you have more questions, feel free to comment on the videos or visit the biocharcoalition.org. Do you all have separate channels? I have a channel, K Organics, and then the Biochar Coalition has a channel. But I'm actually the only one that's really pushing the social media with our group. I'm kind of the outgoing guy. I'm a Leo, so I love attention. So I'll give it out there and I like to give it back. So yes, we have partners. We do. There's more. It's all listed on biocharcoalition.org. A lot of our partners. We're looking for supporters too and members to help support us get this information out there. And we want to be able to make biochar near you as well. So if you want us biocharing on your land, send us a message on the biocharcoalition.org and we'll see what we can do to get some of these kilns here.
February, and so I have all the time in the world to come out and do some of these burns. If anybody wants me to come do some burns, get a hold of us on the website.
Yep.
My name is Preston. Get a hold of us on the website. I would be more than happy to come out there and do some burns.
Right on. Yep, and we've done it all. We've done it on the East Coast. We've done it on the West Coast. We've done it
pricing as it happens. It really depends on the job.
Yep.
And if you have to fly anywhere, drive anywhere, there's a lot of factors that come into pricing.
And these kilns they burn about 1,800 pounds of wood, convert it into about 2 or 3 yards of biochar. So you're dealing with about 400, 500 pounds per burn if you can max it out. So, and Prismatic, thank you for being an amazing viewer. We really appreciate the questions and engaging us. And because the questions you asked, I'm sure 1,000 other people will want to know. So I really appreciate that. And I hope you have a great day. And thank you so much for watching and being a wonderful viewer for us. And take care and God bless. Thank you.